Hi everyone. Well, this is the first in the series, as I promised you, of a little positive balance in your day. Now, as all of you are kinesiology clients, start with, then some of you already do remote work with me, so you'll be very aware of how we work. But today, I'm going to introduce you all to Therapy Ted. Now, Therapy Ted has been working with me doing remote work for about 10 years now, and he's very, very good at this. So for the purposes of these sessions, he will become you. So he will hold the points. If we need anything on the body for the balance, then he will have those on him as well. And then we hand it over to the universe as we normally do. And the balance continues. So obviously you can listen to this while you get on and do your whatever you're doing for the next few minutes, or you can sit down and you can pay attention to what's going on in your body. That's completely up to you. So we'll put Therapy Ted down. I put a balance in place just before we got started because I thought this one might actually be a little bit longer, just trying to explain everything than the other ones I intend to do in the coming days. So he's working away. This balance is for calm, is to keep everybody nice and calm and grounded and centered. So the coronavirus. Obviously, we've just heard this afternoon that the government have advised that pubs and clubs and gyms are going to close, and that obviously anybody who's in the vulnerable group does need to self-isolate. Self-isolate actually doesn't mean you can't go out. It just means you need to be very careful. You can go out for a walk, just stay away from people, 6 feet, 2 meters for those of you who are younger. Make sure you wash your hands very well. What I'm doing at the moment when I go out for my walk in the morning, I am keeping, a good 6 feet away from anybody I meet, but I'm still saying hello. Isn't it a nice day? And when I come in, wash my hands and I gargle with salt water. Now, salt water is not going to kill the virus, but what it does do is it means that your throat is in a healthier kind of state, because salt is kind of purifying. And this means I'm less likely for my throat to be a good place for the virus to be able to take hold. It's not going to stop it if it decides to get in there, but it does make it a little bit cleaner than it otherwise would be. What else am I doing and what do I suggest? Plenty of water. Your lungs need water to function really, really well. So I would suggest, if you're not already drinking it, 6.5 to 2, 6.5? What am I talking about? 1.5 to 2 litres of water. Now this needs to be sipped. All of you who have heard me talk about this before, you need to sip this or drink it slowly. So little and often is much better than getting to the halfway through or the end of the day and going, oh no, I haven't drunk enough water, and glugging a pint down. So that's really important. The gargle it can be important as well. Vitamins and minerals. If you're taking vitamins and minerals, then I would suggest, obviously, make sure you take them. You can also, a straight multivitamin and mineral, you can actually double that. You can, if you're taking an antioxidant of some kind, I take Cytoplans Cherry C, and I know quite a few of you do. Then again, you could double that if you want. What I would say is, again, spread them through the day. So don't take 2 in the morning with your breakfast. Take 1 in the morning, 1 with lunch, 1 with the evening meal. Give your body a chance to be able to take up everything that it actually needs to take. And practice staying calm, because if you find yourself getting worried, just concentrate on your breathing, because our body has an automatic reaction when we deep breathe. So when we go into fight or flight or panic, our breathing gets much shallower and gets much faster, because the body thinks, oh, we need a lot more oxygen getting into all our muscles. And so the diaphragm becomes quite tight. Now, if the diaphragm is forced to relax and to open, which we have to do for deep breathing, then the body automatically thinks, oh, then obviously the danger is past and everything calms down. So if you do notice yourself getting worried, then just calm down. Now, there are a couple of positives that have come out of this week. And one of my favourites is an aerial view from space of China. Now, there's a before photograph and an after photograph. The before photograph is of the pollution in China before all this happened. And the second photograph is a much more recent one, which is of China now. And there's very little pollution left. They're estimating that around about 77,000 people will not die in China this year because of the improvement in the pollution levels, because all of these people would have died through asthma attacks, complications due to just the amount of pollution. So I think we are seeing that although it is becoming more restrictive, it is allowing the planet to have a huge breath in and a sigh. And it's obviously very worrying for anybody who is potentially going to lose their livelihood. But the community spirit that is around is fantastic. So if your job is secure and you're a little bit worried about other people, see what you can do to help. If you're self-isolating and you financially can afford it, maybe you could help out financially with a food bank or with a homeless shelter or with something else. If you can't, then that's fine. Just send them good thoughts. Just sit and spend some time thinking, well, what can I do? All of you know intention is a great thing. So just focus on sending loving thoughts, kind thoughts to people who might be more stressed than you are. And that in turn will make you feel good, because all of us feel better when we are helping other people. But I understand that it's much when you feel like you're isolated, you feel like you can't be of much use. But you can phone a friend. I've actually been having cups of tea, virtual cups of tea with a lot of my friends over Skype or Facebook Messenger video or WhatsApp video call. And I know that a number of my friends, my yoga teacher is about to set up a Zoom class so that you can go online and you can join in and you can do a yoga class or a Pilates class with her. And you do it in your living room. So you don't even have to get sort of dressed up and go out. You can just do it in the house. But you can still be part of a group doing that, which is also really, really nice. If you're interested in that, just let me know and I'll give you her links and you can go and have a little look. So, and the community and spirit that's this engendered is, I think, absolutely lovely. It's happening all around us here, and I hope it's happening in your villages and your towns as well. And if, again, you are part of the community, which is really well, and you're actually in the community part where you don't feel you have to self-isolate because you are healthy, everyone around you is healthy, then see what you can do to help people who are not in such a lucky space. Maybe you could volunteer in some way. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. Just to get the groundwork in of what's going on. So obviously be sensible, keep your distance from people, especially people that you don't know and you don't know what their health is like, and also drink plenty of water. Now, Therapy Ted is coming to the end of his balance, so I seriously hope that you felt that and you feel a bit calmer after all of that. And tomorrow we'll do this again, and tomorrow it will be the what ifs. I think we're going to just go on to those scenarioing. Tomorrow will be a little bit shorter. I'm hoping that the ongoing ones will only be about 5 minutes, unless you want me to talk for any longer. If you've got any ideas of topics that you want me to cover, then obviously also let me know. Now, tomorrow I'm actually going to go into more detail of the balances that I'm going to put in place as well, so you'll get a bit more understanding about where things are coming from. So have a lovely evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow.